Hey y'all, this is Leslie Vorpal with True to Hoops. I'm very blessed to be able to say that I am currently playing professionally in Hungary amid this COVID situation. So I'm about to show y'all 4 different sets that we run overseas and hopefully explain all the reads and the options clear enough so that y'all could potentially grab some new ideas and maybe even implement them into your system. So here we go. So the first play I'll go over today is called Play 2, and obviously you can call it what you want, but that's just how I'm going to refer to it in this video. So this play is actually a recap from a previous video on our website that I walked through with 5 of my players that I coached during the summer. So this will just be a good way to see it in live action with my overseas team, see what worked, see what didn't. So this is a setup. The 5 is going to do a down screen for the 2. The 1's immediately going to go off the flare screen from the 4, and the 3 is going to clear out to the opposite side. So once that 2-player dribbles and hits that 1 off the flare screen, it's basically just a 2-man game with all that space on the side for the 4 and the 1 to pick and roll, pick and pop, create and make a play. So here we go. Let's see what it looks like live. So this first clip is going to be showing our first option. Basically, it's pretty easy. If the defender goes under that flare screen, you let it fly. So this clip, we're actually using the same play, but just coming out of a sideline. So we took out the down screen part and just go right into the flare screen. I decided not to shoot it this time. They give me that pick and roll, and I have that big little soft pop, and she has all that room to work. So this clip is going to show when that point guard is not open off the flare screen. So instead, that passer is going to pass it to the screener and get it back and have that option to use the ball screen, or like she did here, reject the ball screen. And at that point, you just let your players create. So I'll let you see that one more time. She decides, I'm not open. She gets the ball back. She doesn't use the screen, but she makes a play out of it. And look, as she passes it, she quickly relocates so she can get herself an open shot. This play is going to show that when they do go over the top, they fight over. You can curl it to the basket. Rarely can you get all the way to the basket because that post is going to be sitting there. But like you can see, I'll show you again. So notice when I come off, I don't go straight curl to the basket. I kind of find that sweet spot right on that baseline where they can get an open shot off. So this last clip for this play, I'm going to go off the flare screen and use the ball screen, but I'm going to find that girl that is clearing out and hit her for the shot. So just one more time, that 5 is going to do a down screen, and then the little wrinkle we're going to add is this cross screen for the baseline shooter coming across. And we always tell those 2 girls on the opposite side to have their hands ready looking for a shot. So this next play is called circle because basically that 1 is literally going to run around in a circle and have that defense chase. So the diagram shows the 1 is going to pass it to the 4 and then go off a back screen from the 5 and then wait and kind of set up her screens that are about to come underneath the basket. So as you can see, now the 5 has the ball because after he set that screen, the 4 passed it over to him. So the 1 now is getting a screen from the 4 deep into the lane and then getting a dribble handoff from the 5 and kind of reading how the defense plays her on that. So as you can see, the 1 passes to the 4, doesn't really use that back screen too well, but does a good job setting it up, changing speeds off that screen, and obviously first option is always to shoot. So rarely at our level does this back screen really allow for a layup because that post does a pretty good job at sagging back. But the back screen is basically just for the 4 to be able to get space to get open on that pass from the 5. So in this clip, I'll show it again. So this back screen is going to allow the 4 to get open on this pass. And then I'm going to change my speed under the basket. I'm going to come off and notice that she goes in between and then over. So I'm going to try to drag both of those defenders and hit the roller. So this next set is kind of sloppy. I didn't really slow down under the basket. I just did a big circle, same speed. Didn't read her because she went under both, and I just dribbled right into her. And then I didn't see that girl in the corner was probably a better option. So let's see it again. So my defender is going to go under these screens. So watch how I should just probably flare off right here to get a little wing 3. And also, I got lucky with that pass, but that corner girl is wide open. I like this next clip just because it shows how being patient pays off, makes everything easier. So notice I completely stop, change directions, lets that dribble handoff get a little deeper so that I can get into that sweet spot on the elbow. This is pretty much the same example, but on the other side. Just shows, look how deep she's getting inside the paint. Nice dribble handoff, easy 1 dribble pull up. These were back-to-back plays, and it just shows that when you hit a couple, you're going to attract some attention on you. that big girl is going to come and help, and then there's no help side. She's on that shooter, so that pick and roll is nice and easy. And this last clip on this play I just wanted to show because it's beautiful basketball. You can notice how the defender goes between and then over, so you hit that roller and then makes the extra pass, uses her body well to shield off the defense, and hits the layup. Our next play is called 3, and it is for the 3 coming off for a 3. So pretty simple to remember. So looking at the diagram, the 1 is going to pass it to the 5 who's looking at that 3 coming off the flex screen on the bottom. And if that's not there, the 1 is just going to go back and get a dribble handoff from the 5, who is then going to go set a stagger screen for that 3 coming around for that wing 3-point shot. So notice how she doesn't get the ball on the block, but she uses the screens, reads them well. The girl tries to go over the top, so she just gets a flare screen and has a pretty good look at a shot. So we're going to get a similar option here. She's not going to get it on the block. They're going to be switching all these screens, so she's going to end up flaring and have a mismatch on the big, automatically attack that on the baseline. So after a while, you run this play, these 4 defenders are going to start helping off on these flex screens and stagger screens. So we just told our 4 player, hey, screen, pop up, look for the ball, nice, easy bucket. So another little wrinkle we added was after this 4 gives these screens to immediately come up and give a ball screen for the 1 because they're thinking I'm just a passer right now. So kind of catch them off guard, hit them with a little pick and roll action. And this last clip for this set, I just like because good passing, good cutting, good reads. So she comes off, she flares off of it. The girl tries to go in between. She attacks, and that 4 instinctively just cuts to the basket, finds the gap. So this last set's pretty simple. We called it duck because I think we were running out of numbers, and our coach didn't know what to call it. And this was an easy hand signal to do. So basically, the diagram, all it is the 4 is setting a down screen for the 2 who is going to come and get the ball from the 1 and then immediately go off a ball screen and try to create. If nothing happens off that ball screen, just reverse it to that 4 flashing up who's going to give a dribble handoff for that 1 to come off another isolated screen, kind of like our first play that we went over, call 2. So this clip's going to go through the full play of the down screen, immediate ball screen, reverse it, 1 dribble handoff, and just take your time on the side pick and roll. Read it. She tries to go over it, hit the shot. So she sets up this down screen, immediate ball screen, and then she's not going to have anything. The 4 is going to pop up and look inside. Nothing. So we're going to go right into a ball screen, attack that big girl on the hedge, and then just make a 2-on-1 decision. So this next play, don't do a very good job of setting this down screen up. Not really in position, but still get the ball luckily. Going off this ball screen, she goes under, and so we say when they go under, do a rescreen because she's going to go over. Just drag them out and hit that popper. So again, we're going to try to stretch this soft hedge out with the dribble and hit that pick and pop, but my defender is going to heavy help because she just hit a shot, and she makes a good extra pass. Well executed besides stepping out of bounds. So again, this was Leslie Vorpal with True to Hoops, and I really believe that watching film, breaking it down at any level, will really be advantageous for your whole team. So I hope this helped. Thanks for listening, and all the best for y'all season.